Now, I'm not a fan of slideshow videos on YouTube due to my footage. I was using an app on my phone to take footage and collect it up, and I lost my footage. So I've been building my third pyramid head helmet, and I really wanted to go through how I did it, what I did, etc. But I can't really show you any video footage because I don't have any anymore due to the error. So I'm going to do a slideshow video, which is not my favourite thing, but I'm going to talk you through it so I can tell you what I did, how I did it, to help you guys build your very own. So basically, what I did was I found a PEP file. Now PEP is you take a model of the character, flat pack it, and you can build it yourself. I found a file for a little model. It's a locked file, so you can't make it bigger, etc. But the sizing is there, the shapes are there. Now I'm going to put a link to the file that's on my For-Share account. Download it, it's free, and you can also download the viewer to open it from their website. That's all free. I'll put a link as well, wherever links go now. YouTube keeps changing. But basically here, as you can see, there's a picture here of what PEP file looks like. This, if printed out, works out about 2 inches big or something, but you got the size in there. So once you've got a small one, as I've said in the last videos, you can make a big one, just make it bigger. So I used that file, and at first it looked like this. So I've got a paper shape. I made it out of card. So I made it out of paper, then I put it onto cardboard, and I just cut around the shapes and then built it so it looks like it does there. That's the back of it, and that's what it looks like on the front. So there's two pictures of it, and that's basically the chassis, as I'd call it. This is the shape. And once I'd done that, the next thing I went and did was I put 2 side panels on, and what I call the neck protector. Now what it is, many of the models don't have it. Pyramid Head has got a bracket on his shoulders with 2 bolts on the back of that. The neck protector is a little piece that's just between the helmet and that. I've never seen it on the models or anything, but if you watch the film carefully, you can see there is a slight bend to the back of it. A lot of people don't put it on, and I think that's why the helmet doesn't look like the helmet. So I added that on myself, which is just there, so you can sort of look at that and work out how big it is. But it's about that big, about that extra much on the back. So the neck protector. And then what I did was, if I have a little look, I then went around finding the bolts. Now I was going to make the bolts for the sides and the back, and I ended up actually using some plumbing bolts. So there's some bolts there, you can see they're just bits of plumbing. You can go to your hardware store and find them. They're really simple. They're a little tight. They're about, I'd say, 1/2 inch too big to be an exact film replica, but they do me well, and once it's all painted up, they're going to look fantastic. So here's a picture here. I started doing helmet back when Revelation was on at the cinema, and the situation was the rear bolt is a very hard one to see and find. So this here is a picture of what I built, and a picture from a pirate copy of the film from the cinema, which was dreadful because I just wanted to see this bolt on the back. I couldn't see it. So later on you'll see that I actually found a good picture. But for you guys that are trying to make that rear bolt, apparently it's a 5th gear Yamaha cog. So if you just type that in Google, you probably see it. I've built a PEP file of it. I'll put the link wherever the links go. I'll put a link to that bolt that I made, so you can make your own. But the rest of the bolts are just from the hardware store. The rear bolt, that's the hard one. So yeah, here's some pictures. I then did my famous polyfiller job over the top and the sides, filled in any gaps anywhere, and I also put the circle for where the bolt was going to go, just so I could see. So there's a picture there. I'll show you a couple of pictures of that. Then I went and did something which is, I think, a very important move. It's the nose peak. Now down the centre of the nose is a beam. It's a steel beam, and if you don't have it, when you have a side shot of the helmet, you don't get that groove down the sides. So as you can see here is a bird's eye view shot of from down it, and you can see the wooden pole I put in. Let's see, there's a nose shot as well for you. It's got the wooden beam down the front. I glued that in. So I've got that. So then, after I've done that, I then went and built the rear cog. So there's a picture of the rear cog for you, and the file is wherever in the information box, so you can have that file. But please give me a call out when you build your costume. I always like that. Okay, after that I then had to cover the helmet. So it's a cardboard helmet. I then covered it in fiberglass resin, like I did with my Halo costume. I found this is absolutely fantastic. Cover it over it, it makes it into a solid shell. It also makes it water resistant, so if you're a UK cosplayer like myself and you get caught in the rain, you're not going to get wet. After that, I then put the rear bolt on the back to see how it looked, and I also, you'll see I've sprayed it in an undercoat. Sprayed in an undercoat, a red undercoat, so anything that's shown in between the gaps will look red, so it looked like the red helmet, which is cool. Okay, so the next pictures here, I then put the side panels on. I added the what I call bobble pins, the little pins that are down the sides. Added those on, and I have then sanded a groove down the nose. So where I put the wooden peak in, I sanded the sides down, left and right, so it sticks out a little more. Put the bobble pins on, and then I started covering it in a texture. So what I've done is here is I've got a Google image of the rust, and I have cut each little piece out and stuck them on to the helmet. And what I'm going to do is, because as far as I've got now, I will be getting some paints, dry brush, and I'll do the detail of the rust and stuff. Also colouring those bobble pins, get the bolts all rusty, and then that helmet is done. So that's how far I've got with it. What it is, I wanted to go through this little slideshow video, show you how it's going, what it looks like. I'm also going to build the neck brace, and I'm also going to do a new great knife. So that's that part. The next parts hopefully are all going to be videoed, because I've been building this at work on my lunches, and I was doing it all on my iPhone, and yeah, the app buggered it all up, so I lost all my footage. So recommend, if you're doing this sort of thing on your iPhone, don't use any apps or anything else like that, because they're not good enough. Just use the camera on your phone. Okay, so I'm going to put this together. Give me feedback, it's always good. And I really hope to see some other helmets getting made. Feel free to come along to DeviantArt and check out where I keep my HD pictures of it all. And you can also see conversations with other cosplayers who are also building them, so you can see how it's going. Right. Thanks for watching.